Inventory is the heart of Ostendo. Our inventory can be used in sales, in the job module, or through the assembly process. The items themselves can have a summary list appear like this. This list is customizable per user and can be filtered and sorted like an Excel spreadsheet. Within each area, we have the ability to capture multiple units by item code, obviously give it a description and a barcode. We're able to sort them into categories for searching and pricing groups for quick price changes. We're able to determine whether they're going to be supplied from stock or whether they're sourced on demand, i.e. you only buy them in when you need them. Supply from stock expects you to maintain some stock levels on hand. We have the ability to set up sales warranties so that every time one of these items is sold, a particular sales warranty will be stamped against it. We can create customer assets so that when we sell one of these, we can set up a service schedule against it. We can set up add-on sales as well, somewhat like McDonald's, would you like fries with that? Where we're able to nominate what other things should be suggested by the salespeople to sell whenever we sell one of these main items. And we're also able to set up a special price when we make that sale. We have various areas for notes that can then print off onto, for example, the invoice, or we can have on-screen messages which will appear for the staff to be able to see whenever they pull up one of these on any of these areas. We can track manufacturing information as well, and we also have the ability to track order dimensions for determining things like square meters and cubic meters. In the inventory information, we can set up the item so that it is either sourced by purchasing, sourced by internal assembly, or with custom, where we set up a script on the sales order which automatically produces a bill of materials on the basis of the sales script. The reorder basis, we're able to have minimum levels of material, reorder quantities and reorder multiples, and we can also set it up in terms of how many days coverage we would prefer to keep on hand. We have a primary supplier and the lead time from that primary supplier. Within the pricing module, we're able to set up multiple levels of pricing for our various clients. It can even go down to specific customer pricing if you desire, and there's a number of price calculation methods, and you're able to set up different quantity breaks for each different level. We have the same facility on the buy side too, so that if you've negotiated certain prices from your suppliers, then you're able to put this in place in this area, so once you order one of these items from the supplier on a purchase order, then these prices will automatically apply. On the costing side, we're able to track every price change that this item has been through from the supply point of view. We have last cost, average cost, and standard cost. We can also check inventory availability, where we're able to see where the stock's being held. We're also able to forecast what the stock levels are going to be like in the next period ahead, and which orders are the ones that are creating this projected availability. And we can look at the full transaction history of everything to do with this item. We have the ability to turn on a number of variants for tracking. We're able to track serial number, expiry date, batch number, colour, grade, size. We also have serial kits where you can have serial number components within a finished product, for example. So if you needed to move the serial number components between items, then you've got the ability to do so. Under Related, we have a number of features. We can track item documents. So if you have a requirement to have a document print whenever you have a job order or a sales order or a sales invoice, that document will be pulled from here. Item images that can be then published on a website. History notes, which come from our CRM system, so that if people are ringing up with comments about a particular item, it stamps that information into this area and you can report on it. Item units is where we're able to set up multiple levels of units and conversion factors so that we can keep track of our stock regardless of what size unit we're ordering them in or selling them out at. If you have multiple sites around Australia or inter-country, then we're able to set up our quantities per site, our mins and our reorder quantities per site. Item customers is where we can set up specific codes that customers might be ordering by, even though those codes don't relate to this particular item code, the system will be able to recognise that. Item dimensions is where we can set up weights, volumes, lengths and widths and areas, so that when we're pulling the stock into the delivery area or ordering it from overseas or domestically, then we're able to calculate weights and dimensions so that we can factor in freight. Item barcodes is where you're able to set up a specific barcode that relates to a unit for scanning in or out of the system. Item forecast, we're able to manually set up forecasts by month, or if we would prefer, when we run the replenishment process, the system can look at past history and allow a factor for forecasting on the basis of past history automatically. Finally, we have unlimited additional fields that can be turned on in Ostendo for each item of stock. So if there is not sufficient areas covered here, then we're able to cope with those by the use of additional fields. Of course, we have warehousing and we have multiple locations too. So that's a very quick overview of inventory in Ostendo. Hope you've enjoyed it.